Hey everyone, so in this video we're going to see how I actually painted the other two ladies in the painting. So using that larger brush, I'm doing the pink strokes on this lady behind, and you can see that I actually use different kinds of pinks, some darker pinks on the top and some lighter pinks at the bottom. So this will really help to make all these different tones and all these different folds that will really make this entire costume more interesting, right? So again, using some of those strokes and the pink color pencil as well, that will really make sure that we have all these details that are painted in, and again all these details will really give rise to a very attractive kind of costume that is being painted. And you can see right now this painting is coming alive with all these different kinds of details and strokes. So using the brown color pencil and the small brush, I actually want to show you how I did the details on the feet, right? So the thing is, because the feet is so small, we have to be very patient in terms of doing all these very intricate details. So the reason why I left white in the middle part right there is because of the shoe, the sandals that she's wearing, and later on we'll fill that up with another color, and that will show the kind of shoes, the details of her sandals, and just doing that left hand side right there. And all these details, make sure that we can see her toes and the sandals that she's wearing and all these patterns on her feet, and that will make it very attractive to look at as well when we actually look at it up close. So again, using that small brush, I'm just trying to make sure that we have all these different pinks and different kinds of details that are being done at the bottom part of her skirt right there. And so using that small brush, I'm just going to make sure that all these different details are being added, and this will enhance the entire skirt, the entire figure, and all these blacks and orange and browns and all these yellows, which I actually used to make up that bottom part of the dress. So now moving on to the costume of the woman who is partially hidden behind the smallest woman right there. And so using some of these colors, I'm just adding in some of the details, her arm and her hair and the handbag. So all these are being added in the same way as we've seen in the previous video. And I'm just going to show you again how I actually painted some of the features on her face. So first we start off with some lighter browns because she's near to the sunlight, and so you can see that her neck area is really light. So using that small brush, this will actually help me to achieve this control of the tone. So using a small brush and color pencils, I actually used this light brown and some darker browns to draw all these facial features that will make up her face. Again, using that color pencil that will give us very good control, and you can see right now that I'm actually doing the mouth and everything is coming together because I have very good control using that color pencil. So for beginners, I would recommend using the color pencil to help you when you're doing a painting like this, because that will really give you a very good control, especially when you're doing all these small details. So using the small brush, again doing all these small details, and I'm just going to make sure that we have all these different kinds of color pencils that are being added, and the yellows, and all these yellows and all these pinks are actually making up all these intricate details on her costume right there. So using that brown and using that color pencil, I'm just leaving white some of the areas which will be added on later. So this leaving white really give us a lot of possibilities when it comes to doing all these details, because it shows the reflections, it shows all these different things that are coming together, like all these yellows which are added on later on to those white areas, and this will really help us to have all these different kinds of paint, all these different kinds of textures and patterns that we see on her dress. So again, using that color pencil right there, just doing the fingers and her hand. So this part here is also really small, so we need to have good control of that color pencil. And again, moving on to her hair. So using a small brush, I'm just going to make sure that we have all these different kinds of blacks and browns that we make up her hair. And the top part, again, we have to leave white, just like what we did early on, because of the reflection of the sunlight on her head. So we leave a little bit of oval shape that is reserved for that sunlight, and this will really show that we have this reflection right there. And this reflection is very important to show all these very nice kinds of details that make it more realistic. So again, using the small brush, I'm just trying to do the her hair at the back. And again, using a small brush, just trying to do this top part of her hair right there. This hair bun that she has right at the top. So again, making sure that the reflection is blended in with the rest of the hair, and using that dark brown color pencil, I'm just going to make sure we have all these different skin tones that I'm actually doing. And again, I'm painting the circumference outside of the face first before we actually move in to painting her facial features, which are the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Right, so using that small brush, again leaving white the eyes, and I'm just going to make sure that we have all these different light tones, different skin tones, and you can see her skin tone here is lighter as compared to the other two ladies at the front because she's nearer to the sunlight. Again, you can see I actually left white the facial features and filling it later. So now I'm using that black color pencil to help me with some of her the features for her eyes, you know, that she's looking downwards. And also using that dark brown, I'm trying to paint this surrounding of the eyes, and this is actually helping us to see, you know, the colors that I actually use to paint these areas, right? So inside the eyes is a little bit darker, so it's like almost like adding in some makeup, you know, making sure that she has enough eyeshadows and she has enough of that dark tones that make up the eyes, which is slightly darker than the rest of her face. So all these very subtle but small details are very important when it comes to doing facial features, because they make up what is important in those facial features, and a little bit of mistake right there would render it, you know, unconvincing. And so we need to spend a little bit more time painting the face and painting all these different things that we see on the face. Again, the right hand side of the nose is darker because of the shadow, and just darkening the eye part. And just, you can see right there, I'm actually having this done very nicely with all these features coming out nicely. And using that small brush, I'm just gonna paint her mouth area, which is like really small because she's way behind there, and you know, she's even smaller than the two women in front. And very quickly, using that small brush, I'm just going to finish up some of her face, and using that red color pencil, I'm just going to make sure that we have all these different kinds of reds and browns that make up her mouth. She's smiling slightly, just using that black color pencil to touch up a little bit, using that red again to help us with all these features. So again, using these color pencils will really help us to paint all these very small areas that I've shown you in this video. Hey everyone, it's KY Tom here. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed my video, please hit the like button and comment down below. Do consider to subscribe to my channel for more art videos. Check out the links on the description below to find out more about my art, and I hope to see you in the next one.